All right. Chapter 8, verse 5.
8:5
Go ahead and read 5 through 9.
do 9. Oni koji žive po tijelu teže za tjelesnim stvarima, dok oni koji žive po duhu teže za onim što je duhovno. Težnja tijela je smrt, a težnja duha život i mir. Zato je težnja tijela neprijateljstvo prema Bogu, jer se ne pokorava Božjem zakonu, niti to može. Oni koji su u tijelu ne mogu ugoditi Bogu, ali vi niste u tijelu, već u duhu, ako zbilja duh Božji prebiva u vama. Ako tko nema Kristova duha, nije Kristov.
What does he say makes a difference between those who walk by the flesh and those who walk by the Spirit? What do they do differently?
U čemu je razlika između onih koji hodaju po tijelu i onih koji hodaju po duhu?
What does he say?
Što kaže?
He says, those who live according to the flesh, those who walk according to the flesh do what?
Oni koji hodaju po tijelu čine što?
Oni su mrtvi u grehu.
They, what? I didn't catch that.
Hostility towards
Okay,
God.
the mind of the flesh is hostile to God. What does he say there in verse 5? There's way too much for me just to ask the question that generally. But notice verse 5. If you live according to the flesh, what do? You set your mind on the things of the flesh.
Što kaže u 5. redu? Kaže da teže ili fokusiraju se na tjelesne stvari.
And if you live by the Spirit, walk by the Spirit, you're going to set your mind on the things of the Spirit.
A koji žive po duhu teže ili fokusiraju se na ono što je duhovno.
That's a really interesting idea. What do you set your mind on?
To je jako zanimljivo, na što ćeš usredotočiti svoje misli.
He's not just talking about sitting around dreaming about heaven, planning to go to heaven and sit on a cloud and play a harp.
Znači on ne govori o tome da sanjarimo o nebu kako ćemo
In fact, I don't think he's talking about that at all.
svirati harfu. Mislim da uopće ne govori o tome.
What is he talking about?
Nego o čemu govori?
Let's talk about setting your mind on the things of the flesh.
Što ako se fokusiramo na tjelesne stvari?
What do you think some examples of that might be?
Koji su primjeri toga?
What would an
Što
example of someone who sets their mind on the things of the flesh be?
Kako živi čovjek koji se usredotoči na tjelesne stvari?
Well, what are the things of the flesh?
Što on misli pod tim tjelesnim stvarima?
What would that be?
Što bi to bilo?
Okay, well, when someone is acting selfishly and they plan everything around what they want,
Kada se nekom ponaša sebično, kada misli
okay,
samo na sebe,
that's a good example. What's some others?
to je dobar primjer. Što još?
If you live by body, you will die.
If you live by the body, by the flesh,
You will
okay,
die.
yeah,
You will die. You will not live
okay.
eternity.
What's an example though of someone who lives by the body, who lives by the flesh?
Dajte mi primjer nekoga tko živi po tijelu.
We know people who all they can ever think about is going out and getting drunk,
Možda znate ljude koji stalno razmišljaju da žele ići van i napiti se.
or going and finding someone to have sex with.
Ili pronaći nekoga za seksualne odnose.
That would be an example of what I think he's talking about here. It's their minds, their lives, their plans, their priorities are preoccupied with these things that are not spiritual, but are of the flesh.
To bi bio, ja mislim, primjer nekoga tko je fokusiran na tjelesne stvari, a ne na duhu.
Or someone who they spend all their time planning how they're going to make more money.
Ili netko ko stalno razmišlja kako će zaraditi više novaca.
And making money is all they think about.
Sorry?
And making money is all they think about.
I to im je glavna preokupacija.
I think it has partly to do with what things occupy your mind.
Mislim da možemo razmišljati o tome koje stvari okupiraju naše misli.
And it has partly to do with the priorities and the values that you look at the world through.
I također naši prioriteti i vrijednosti po kojima gledamo svijet.
You ever met anybody who is selfish? Maybe you've been selfish yourself.
In the mirror.
In the mirror, yes, every day. Every day I see somebody who's selfish. If I spend all my time thinking, how can that person give me what I want?
Ako stalno razmišljam kako mogu od drugih dobiti nešto za sebe,
I'm doing this, I'm walking by the flesh.
onda je to hodanje po tijelu.
If I spend all my time thinking, oh, I need to make more money, oh, I need to make more money, what can I do to make more money? Can that person help me make more money? The only reason I'll talk to that person if they can help me make more money.
Ili kako mogu zaraditi više novaca, kako mogu iskoristiti tu osobu da dođem do veće zarade.
That's walking by the flesh.
To je hodanje po tijelu.
Even if you're not doing anything immoral or illegal or exploitive to make money.
To u svijetu čak ne mora biti nešto nemoralno ili ilegalno.
If your focus is still more,
Ali ako osoba stalno traži više,
you're walking by the flesh.
onda hoda po tijelu.
I had a friend who wanted to be rich enough to retire by the age of 40.
Imao sam prijatelja koji se htio obogatiti tako da može otići u mirovinu s 40 godina.
And in order to be rich enough to retire by the age of 40,
I da bi to ostvario,
he divorced his wife
razveo se od žene.
so he could make more money because he felt like he could make more money as a single man.
Da bi mogao više zarađivati kao samac.
And so he broke the promises that he had made to his wife and to God.
Prekršio je obećanje koje je dao svojoj ženi i Bogu.
That's an example of this.
To je jedan primjer toga.